Sulky Doll, congratulations on your 1 year anniversary as a fashion stylist. What does Sulky Doll, the styling brand, stand for?
So it's me, I'm the name and the brand, and Sulky Doll, the brand. I am a fashion stylist, I am a creative consultant, and I'm a fashion blogger.
And what do you do that's different to other fashion blogs?
I think probably the most unique thing about me is that most fashion bloggers or vloggers are in their 20s and 30s, and there are very few of my demographic, the 40 plus age group, who are blogging or vlogging at the moment.
And if you could change anything about the way women over 40 approach fashion, what would you change?
My advice would be to not be so safe and to not feel that once you hit 40 that is some sort of barrier to continuing to dress as you did in your 20s and 30s. I think women feel the need to be quite safe and comfortable and visit the same shops, or maybe even go to shops that they think they should do now they've reached that age. And for me, I still shop in the same places that I did in my 20s and in my 30s. I just interpret it slightly differently.
And what's with the jumpsuit obsession?
Good question. I've never met a jumpsuit I don't like.
Who's your style icon?
Past or present?
Both.
Okay, so past, as a teenager, I was obsessed with Brigitte Bardot. I still think as a style icon, some of the stuff she wore is still very contemporary now, and I think a lot of people are influenced by her. And current, it's predictable, but Kate Moss, and I actually think Kate Moss is hugely influenced by Brigitte Bardot. So I think Kate Moss is the real Queen of England.
What's the mistake you see women over 40 making most often?
I think women over 40 play it too safe. I think they are frightened to run the gauntlet of the school run, for example. I'm conscious that I'm talking about over 40s who have children, but that's where I'm coming from. I feel like it once you reach 40, it is still okay to dress the way you want to dress and be who you want to be. And I think a lot of women of my age tend to gravitate towards safer shops, shall we say, that do the same things in a variety of colours, and then they'll end up having the same pieces and just wearing those and not necessarily interpreting the trends that come out every year in a way that suits them and makes them look good.
Which woman would you most like to style?
Oh, yes. Okay. So this is slightly different. I would really like to style Angela Merkel. She's the most powerful woman in Europe, and, arguably the only female premier in Europe. And she has the same suit in every single colour, the whole spectrum of colour. And she wears the same suit. And I think it's unfortunate that she feels, for whatever reason, she needs to wear that suit to fit in with the rest of the men, because actually she's got an incredible figure. She's very voluptuous. I'd love to see her in a DVF wrap dress or something. So that would be an amazing assignment to style her if you're out there, Angela.
What's the one item that you think women over 40 should own?
Apart from a jumpsuit? A biker jacket. A biker jacket is an essential part of a woman's wardrobe. You can have a biker jacket. You can put a biker jacket with an evening dress. You can wear a biker jacket on the school run. You can wear a biker jacket to work, and they come in so many different colours and so many different cuts.
So, Sulky Doll, what are the challenges for women over 40 when it comes to style?
I think it's what we talked about before. I'm 40 and I have 2 children. My daughter's 9 and my son is 3. And I think it's about having the different parts of your wardrobe to represent the different parts of your life, but that they're all being the same theme running through those.
Do you think it's easier for women who don't have children?
Gosh, that's a really good question. I mean, a lot of my friends, so my friends are sort of 50 split. I have some friends, half my friends have children, half my friends don't. Possibly, but possibly not. I think I think there is an element that creeps in when you have children, that you are supposed to dress a certain way, and you certainly have to run the gauntlet when you do the school run if you wear anything slightly different. But I don't know. I think that's a really good question. I think 40 for all women is a bit of a moment. It certainly was for me. I'm loving it, but at the time it was definitely a bit of a, how did this happen? I'm not quite sure. 5 minutes ago I was 19, but I think I think it probably is something to do with how society views you once you become a mum and what you are and aren't allowed to do. So possibly yes. Long-winded.
I think there are a lot of women who perhaps worry about what other people think of them. You mentioned the school run. How do you get over that feeling?
That's a really good question. I think that it essentially it all boils down to confidence. And if you are nervous about what you're wearing, that will translate into a lack of confidence. But if you are uncomfortable or not that happy with what you're wearing, that also will come across in your body language as well. So I think part of it is about saying, do you know what, I love this, I'm just going to wear it and I'm not that bothered what other people think. But also I think sometimes when you look at different things and dress slightly differently, but you go, oh, okay, actually I do look really good in this, that feeling is what you need to channel. Because most women wear 10% of their wardrobe 90% of the time. So they have all of this wardrobe that they don't wear, and they wear the same few items all of the time. And I think if you were to poll a lot of women, they would say that they're not always that happy with what they're wearing. And so sometimes it is just about shifting them out of their comfort zone, putting them in something different, and them saying, actually, I love this. It happens all the time when I do personal styling and I say, can you just try this for me? And they'll say, oh, okay, but I'm not going to like it. I will, okay. And then they try it on and you can hear it. I'm standing outside the changing room and they're going, oh my God, I love it. And so it can be really powerful. And I think it is just channeling that confidence, but also just being not afraid to just step that little bit out of your comfort zone. It's easy, and it's easy to there is almost like sometimes a uniform, I think, at the school gates of certain women wearing certain things, and that's fine. If you're happy wearing that, it's absolutely great. But I just think it's really important that you feel comfortable in what you're wearing, and that even if it's not what you perceive you should be wearing, that you still wear it and say, this is me, this is who I am.